We're going to do a little bit more buying and show some tips. One of the first ones I want to do is this low price versus high bid. That means with the new additions here, we show the high bid. All right, so in this case, these are ones that are someone's bid 0.155 per BCX, as you can see here, but there is a low price. And that's because their bid is for usually one BCX card. So we're going to expect to see some higher leveled, right? So if their bid is 155, then it doesn't quite match, is it not enough for this 162? But look at this. So I'm kind of using the market, other people, to indicate to me what are some good deals. Like this may be a good deal, but I'm also going to look at our new column here to see what the potential ROA on renting could be. 25 being pretty good. I don't know these cards as well, so I'm just kind of depending on the market to understand if this is a good deal. Not quite as good at 3.5% is Queen of Crowns. So I'm going to go look at that. And all these level ones aren't so great. And 5.3 versus 5.5, so that's why these aren't getting purchased. But look at this great deal, perfectly leveled to 60, because if you click here, you'll see that this is a great level at 60, 51%. So I'm going to add that to the cart. Find some good deals this way. So here's a rare card. That's pretty close, right? 62 versus 63 cents. So we've got a fully leveled one that's up there, $71 in cost. So it's not so great. So I'm not entirely certain, but 45%, and there's 45 rented. That's not too bad. So I'm going to give it a moment to think about it, perhaps. I'm not entirely certain how I want to go with that one because it's only a 1.6%. So, what if I turn off all of the cards and we're going to see some other interesting deals here? So, let's go take a look at this one. Now, 15% isn't what I'm considering to be terribly amazing. Let's look at Creeping Ooze. Of course, there's a couple of cards that everyone wants a 1 BCX version of it. So you could also do low price versus high bid. There's not going to be as many good options right here. So there's going to be some cards that there's so many being dumped on the market that that the bid system has trouble catching up with. I mean, hundreds at a time can get dumped on the market, and we can only really buy 40, 50 at a time per user. So one thing I'm going to do here is click on the quantity, add them all in, might as well. The shopping cart can now hold 1,500 cards. So this usually is not going to the low price versus high bid. We'll usually never have anything below zero unless a ton gets dumped on the market, and they will get swooped up. So might as well be me sweeping them up, I guess, real quick. So here's the ones where the bid price and the asking price are just so close. They're right there, 0%. They could be off by a little bit of fractions of DEC, I suppose, but could be interesting opportunities. 39%. So it's not like oh, they are gone already. So look at, yeah, 60, 695, 670. So it just hasn't updated itself. That's probably what you're going to see here. So we're looking for 1 cent and 1 cent. And you got some a little bit cheaper at the lower BCX, but the first one is here. So I could grab these 120. All right. But let's go back to low BCX versus high bid. We're going to go down here and see The high bid is $2.31 for a level 1 card. But you can go down here and find a few 14 BCX cards that could be interesting, but they do quickly go up to $1.20. The ROA isn't spectacular. Mushroom Shears and Seer is one of those that is a definitely a level 1 BCX card people are interested in. In this case, similar Bone Golem though could be interesting. Not amazing. Look, it doesn't go up too much in price to 31 cents on this Mantoid at 31%. We'll look at this one. Is 22 perfectly leveled? It isn't, which is weird. You want to go to this level 30, 10 cents more, or what is that, 1 cent more per card isn't terrible. I'm going to add that one to the cart. And it looks like even more cards are rented at level 2. Level 3 on rare cards isn't really the best level. So level 2s are pretty good. 47 cents, 1 cent more. Let's throw that in the cart. Look at these ones. So they're a bunch of level 1s that are off leveled, but we're going to grab all of them and then combine them later. So an interesting opportunity there. Not all of them are going to be big wins like that. Let's look at the sea monster. We're especially looking for lower level ones, but this sea monster is just very expensive. At some point, Splinterlands is probably going to be, hey, you've looked at too many cards. Oh, there we go. I don't know why the Goblin Thief, but all these API calls are going to like say, hey, are you a bot? Slow down. Don't don't look at so many. I thought that was what was happening with the Goblin Thief, but it just doesn't seem to be. Splinterlands not giving us that information, which is strange. So what's interesting here is you got an alpha card. That's pretty cool to see because they're going to be working pretty well in land. Now the bid is $2, but we're going to be able to find some. Now look at $2.50. So not so good of a bid. But you can find some maxed ones, but doesn't seem like many people are renting the max or the next to max 5 there at max 25. So there's not a ton. APR is very, very low. So it is interesting though. There's 940 renting the 1 BCX cards, which is unique there. But I think I'm going to skip in this case. As you can see, I think we are to the point where, oh, no, they're still showing us stuff. I thought Splinterlands maybe was limiting it there. All right, so we've got 3,600 people renting a max level. Pretty good ROA. One other thing I look at is there's 2,100 CP and the card price is 2,900. So that is pretty close together. Not amazing, but also I think it's going to be worth throwing one in the cart. There's still a lot of people using those now. Unicorn Mustangs are pretty cool cards. 53 are renting the max version. A lot of people are interested in the 1 BCX version. So, but it is quite expensive. So we're just going to keep going down the line, not looking at much of these reward cards commons because you can't bid less than 1 cent but the multi BCX versions are going for more of that. So we're just going to skip a bunch of these reward commons. Here we are at a uncommon or untamed common. Let's take a look at that. The top bid 386, but some multi BCX for 217. What I'm hoping for is the lower versions of these. 218 for 60, 20%. This is not leveled quite correctly, which is unfortunate. How about this one? How it jumps from 218 to 264, which is unfortunate. But I think I'm going to grab all three of these or just one of these. 70 rented. It's a level 5. Yeah, level 5 commons are a good 70 of them rented. It's not like amazing. Actually, is level 5 good? I can't remember now. So, you know, let's just grab two of those. Um, so this is just another way to kind of find some interesting deals. I'm looking for low BCX ones, high ROA while going through this list here. This is good. This is lower than 115, but not like super high here. Now this is 14, but it does jump, whatever that is, about 14 cents, 15 cents. Not terrible. And um, it being a summoner is quite interesting because you'll need more of those. More users come in and stuff and land and all that. 95 are renting level 3s, 26%. It is still under the normal bid for 1 BCX cards. Now, it jumps up to dollar or $2.80 here, so that's a lot more. But I think I'm going to grab both of those. We're just kind of going on a little bit of a shopping spree here. Pirate Captain, looking for low BCX, didn't see one. Here we go, low BCX, Furious Chicken. Wow, there is a low BCX one here. But that's actually not too terrible. But not many of them are rented. Not like the level 1s, 11,000 of them are rented. And here, the level 2s, only 87 of them are rented. So I don't know if that's going to change with some of the new rules where people won't be as interested in level 1 rare cards because they're going to be wanting to play a Furious Chicken in a gold league or a diamond league, and that level 1 card is going to hamper their ability to get a little bit of earnings. So do we want to kind of premeditate that change? I think I am going to throw those into the cart because it's not terribly often you see them at the low range of cost for the Furious Chicken for low BCX cards like that. Now, Battering Ram is an interesting one. Very high, 60 30s, that's too bad, but look at the ROA, just doesn't compare. Battering Ram down here, it's not terrible, but the 20-cent difference, I don't know, just a little bit of feeling that you just kind of run with, like, should I? Nope. Let's make a quick no decision. Kind of going through them quick. These are high BCX ones here. Ooh, a 14 is pretty low. It is a beta. 13% isn't amazing. It only goes up 20 cents, and it's actually not too much lower than the bid for a level 1 card. So I'm not entirely sure. I think we're getting down to the point where actually I'm just going to look at Rift Watcher ones. No, we already looked at Rift Watchers, just Chaos Legion. So let's take a look here. All pretty high ones here. ROAs aren't spectacular. They're pretty decent. Let's be honest. 27 is pretty nice, but let's see here. It's still a little bit up there. The Grum, that's interesting. All right. A lot of the summoners are up here. Okay, thanks for. Oh, quite a few of them got purchased. So you can see that a lot of those lava launchers got purchased. That's fine. We put a lot in the cart. So we're going to throw in 236,000 DEC. It'll be fine. And now I signed a couple of keychain transaction because now it allows for over 150 per cart. So that's one way. If you want a reminder, the other big way that I do is price above burn. So if I unclick that, then what I tend to look at here is, I happen to know that rare cards give you 20 CP, and then so it's only going to cost 21.5. So that's only 1.5 over. 1.5, as you can see right here, 1.568 to be honest. That's actually quite nice, 1017. But when you open this, you're going to see how many of them are actually still available. Well, there still are 17 of them available. We're going to kind of go through this quickly. 17 or 1.7. That's what it really is. And you could do this almost all day. There's just people putting them on the market quite often. So we had those. I'm going to add that one as well. And it's like maybe I would want a lot of those other prices, but people keep on dumping a bunch of these. So when I hit 652 adding to the market, you're going to see the spinner. It's going to take a moment, but they are all in there now. So we're just going to keep going real fast to see what else. 12 of these, that's it. And I'm going to grab the other one. And let's see on this final one, on the Venari, let's grab all 464 of them. 1,200 cards in the cart. And I think it is, we're going to look at this one at 9 cents. I'll grab these four. All right. And so now I'll be signing like 8 transactions. So I'm getting 32,000 DEC worth, or I mean 29,000 DEC worth of cards, but I'm only spending 32,000. So 30 versus 32. It's actually a pretty safe option because I could always burn them and get back almost 30,000 DEC. But in the meantime, I'll set them for rent and make a little bit back of the little extra that I sold for. So, all right. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day.